Brendan Gulick with Buckeyes Now on Sports Illustrated from Big Ten Media Days, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, with three Buckeyes who are very excited for the 2022 season. CJ Stroud, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and Ronnie Hickman. Happy to have you guys along real quick. CJ, you've got the microphone first, so why don't we start with you. Give us an idea of what the mentality is right now as you guys are just about done attacking the offseason and it's almost time to get going.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I mean, it's just been constant work throughout the offseason, just having fun with the fellas, just building that camaraderie, that brotherhood even more, and I think that's going to pay dividends when it comes to the season. So we're just very excited, ready to have fun and get started.
Jaxon, you obviously finished the year on a pretty high note. I mean, I can't imagine that you could have even dreamed about excelling on that stage the way you did. How long did it take for that whole setting to kind of sink in and for you to realize, man, I just played the game of my life at the Rose Bowl?
It was an awesome experience. All glory to God for that. But it took me a few weeks maybe to get used to it. I mean, we were traveling a lot and, had my mind on other things. But, it was a blessing. I couldn't have dreamed of a game like that. It was a movie, so to speak, and, it was an awesome experience.
Ronnie, on the defensive side of the ball, this is obviously a team that took better strides as the year went along, but I know you guys take a lot of pride in the fact that this needs to be a better year in 2022. Yeah. You've got a new coaching staff, but you got a lot of the same guys back. What's the main focus of going in this year if there's one thing that you guys know, hey, we've got to be better at fill in the blank?
We got to set the tone up front. You stop the run early in the game, that throws the offense off completely and just lets other sides of the defense kind of show more. So, you stop the run up front and the rest will take care of itself. Our D-liners take pride in that. We got a lot of experience coming back specifically in that unit, so I'm excited for them to see what they do. The sky's the limit for that group.
CG, you obviously have a whole bunch of really talented wide receivers returning this year. I think one of the things a lot of people focused on last year was that most of the guys didn't have a ton of reps, and now you have a whole season under your belt. When you kind of think about, hey, now we've got all of that we're building off of, and we have a big game right out of the gate, give us an idea of the kind of confidence that you guys have as an offense, knowing that you're basically bringing everybody back.
Yeah, man, it's total confidence. I would have said it was confidence even if that wasn't the case, just because at Ohio State we put in that type of work, you know what I mean? So I definitely expect great things from the new receivers and even the new running backs that are coming back, and even our tight ends, you know what I mean? Linemen, our offense I expect to hopefully do great things and be the number one offense in the country again. So we've been working for that. It's not just something you can talk about. You got to go out there and prove it, and nobody's going to give it to us. You got to go earn it. So.
Jaxon, there was a lot of attention paid to some of the other younger guys in the room. Marv had an unbelievable performance in that last game of the year. Emeka really showed a bunch of explosive plays. What are you most impressed with when you look at the way those guys have grown to get ready for this year?
Just the amount of time and work they put in. I mean, you can tell those guys really love the game, and in that aspect they kind of pushed me, to, get extra reps and still be out there because, they're young, they're fresh, and they love being out there, and they're out there all day. So, that's why I know they're ready for it. They're built for it. I mean, they prepare for it all season. I mean, these guys can attest to, the receiver room and how much work they put in, and, we're going to be ready to go.
Ronnie, I want to ask you a little bit about the couple of transfers on the defensive side and just sort of how Tanner McAllister and DeMonte Trainum in particular, how they sort of fit in and both culturally and on the field, what kind of impact you've seen them make so far.
I mean, both of those guys came in with their head down, ready to work. No questions asked. I mean, you can ask these guys next to me in the offseason. They were willing to work, weren't saying anything, and they knew that they had to gain our trust and respect for them, and which they did. T-Mac is one of those guys where I know I could ask him anything and he's going to give me the answer. Not only because of Jim knows, but because he's just that kind of guy. He's a smart guy. And Chip is the same way as far as the linebacker room. Those guys are a huge help, and I can't wait to see what they do as well this season.
Siege, we'll give you the last word. I know you're a West Coast guy. I know you talked about this a little bit earlier at the podium, but the addition of USC and UCLA has really taken a lot of college football by storm right now. Give us an idea what your family or your friends might have felt if those kinds of schools were already in the Big Ten, and how you think maybe that the addition of those two schools elevates the play in this league.
Right, I definitely think that just good competition is always great. You know what I mean? As competitors, I mean, you're going to USC, UCLA, Ohio State or any team in the Big Ten, you're going there for a reason to compete. And just for like Rocket said, like new is good. You know what I mean? You don't want to just stick with the old. I think definitely just new competition is awesome. And I definitely feel like I wish they could have did it for us, but at the end of the day, it's good for the future. It's good for the young guys to come and get to experience different type of playing grounds.
I really appreciate your time, guys. This was a lot of fun, and I know this is a busy day and a fun day, and you answer a lot of the same questions along the way, but the good news is football is here. Training camp starts next week, and certainly wish you all the best and good health this year.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.